Hello, BookTube. Today I am reviewing several things. First and foremost, The Dispatcher by John Scalzi. There's that. I liked it. In this book, if a person is murdered or has an accident, they are transported home. And this is about a detective, Tony Valdez is a dispatcher, not a detective. But his friend is a detective. The start of the book, he goes into a surgical room, where the patient's having cardiac surgery and he almost died. He goes to die. So the dispatcher dispatches him so he'll go back home in about the same shape he was in before he died. So that was quite an interesting book. I have no idea how the sound quality is here, but this was definitely worth reading. It's not very thick, so it's pretty much like a 2-hour read. Just sit down, get it from beginning to end. If you like science fiction or John Scalzi, I definitely encourage you to check this out. Not my hair, obviously. And then I read several Deadpool novels. This is the school librarian now. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. This is where he is, spoiler alert, just for that, but I don't think many of you like Deadpool comics. But maybe you do, I don't know. He wipes out the Marvel Universe. That's pretty much all I can say. There are some pretty cool imagery in this. I would definitely encourage you to check it out. It is highly violent, so it would be rated mature for adults. Oh, there it goes. Parental advisory, not for kids, right there. Loved it. Definitely check this one out. These are both by the same people. Obviously, Marvel got bought out by Disney, so there is that. And then there was Deadpool Kills Deadpool. Love that as well. So, if you like Deadpool, I'd really encourage you to check these ones out. So, the next half of the video is going to be just telling you guys what's going on with me and this whole coronavirus. It's crazy. Never expected it. Went to a small store here named Respects, which I'm sure none of you have heard of unless you live in the Northeast United States or partially in the Midwest. Mostly Ohio, Pennsylvania, and maybe West Virginia. So tonight at 11:59 p.m. a.m. I always get them mixed up. 11:59 a.m. Oh, that is p.m. 11:59 p.m. the state of Ohio is pretty much a shelter-in-place order from the governor here, Mike DeWine. He's pretty much spot on. Stay away from politics, obviously, but I think he's doing a bang-up job. I guess you can only leave the house for essentials. Every time I hear essential worker, I'm thinking of that quote in Schindler's List. I am an essential worker. Essential worker, it just rings of some really bad things. So only essential workers can leave the house. That means the convenience stores are still open because they are essential. So you can get a pack of Marlboros and a gallon of gas and 3 turkey sandwiches and a case of E. coli. I got a letter from the library stating we will be closed for every hour, but they said they'll be open for 3 hours a day. So I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. 3 hours a day, that's fine. And then the next day after that, I get an email that states we will be closed until, I guess, further notice due to this highly unpleasant situation. I was always wondering, though, because every documentary or book you read about any kind of epidemic or pandemic, the scientists say it's not a matter of when, not a matter of how, but a matter of when. There's like, this will happen, and yet it's happening, and this was a documentary from maybe 10 years ago. Not prepared. So these doctors have been saying this for probably 100 years after the Spanish flu, and somehow they're not prepared. It's crazy. A lot of conflicting reports on the news. Two people say the same, different things, and that's just how it is. Another thing I have seen is a lot of, I have to say, heathens. Stuff gets bad, people automatically want to believe in God. Mind you, I have my beliefs, but a lot of my relatives and friends and family, I'm like, these people are atheists, is what they said. Stay away from religion and politics, they told me. But they're supposed to be atheists, and yet, or just heathens, like live for today, for tomorrow we shall die. Heathens. I mean, why are you posting biblical verses? And 99.9% of all sayings, quotes, and Bible verses on Facebook are usually highly misquoted, using an Old Testament law as a way to make people feel good with a lie, I guess. I guess the part about slavery and mass murder and genocide in the Old Testament's not much of a inspirational thing unless you're maybe fighting for the southern states in the 1860s. But thank you for watching. I know I haven't been producing a lot of videos, and I thank you guys who stayed subscribed. I'll try to keep doing this because obviously I'm locked in my house for God knows when, and I hope you all have a good weekend or a good week, and stay healthy, my friends.